Hello and welcome. We're recording this session with my good friend Corinna Upshaw from Toronto, Canada for team training. And for those of you who missed the opportunity to really get a grasp of what it's going to take to build a team, because we've been in team building for last 20 years and I'm fortunate enough to have built teams in global scale. And now those of you who are Canada who've joined who may not really get the support that you need because you feel like times are in different time zones. I've made the schedule opened up to make sure that everybody gets the support they need to build their own businesses with Aurum Foundation. So, Corinna, welcome again.
Thank you, Arif. Happy to be
How's
here
things
this
in
evening.
Canada? Tell me about what's happening in your world.
Things are a little chilly over here. We got our first snowfall, and you'll be glad that you were not here.
Well, where I am is right now average of 27 degrees, and that was one of my goals to be in a place where winters maybe I don't want to be in a place that's that chilly, and this is the opportunity that's going to open up. So there are ways to avoid the cold, and I'm going to share some of them with you. But the other way is to have enough money, just like the snowbirds go to Florida. I'm in a place that's exactly like Miami of USA,
Mm,
palm trees, and it's being built up incredibly and it's speed up very quickly because cash makes things happen.
hmm
Money is the king, and here we're going to talk about money a little bit, but let me go over my presentation very quickly so people can have a visual of what's happening. Are you able to see my screen?
I can, yes.
Okay, so as you know, for the last 20 years, we've been in coaching, mentorship, and training people, but I found out that life has to be looked at as a whole. So I have developed this training system that has to do with all areas of life, including this on the circle you see emotional health, partnerships, vocation or dream jobs, money, personal development, family, and spiritual. So we have experts in all of these areas that we can learn from. Again, bringing leadership to those who are willing to learn. When I did this circle with my trainer, I found out the bottom of the tire, if you will, or the circle was a little bit flat. Money is something that most people need more of it or can enjoy more of it. So I focus on this presentation on money, but if anyone likes to learn anything about other areas of life, we can have a one-on-one as I'm training teams across Asia, Middle East, Europe, and in Canada. I myself am a presenter and ambassador with Aurum Bank Ecosystems and developer of camelcare.ca. With that, only four ways to make money, as we all know. And first is to have a job, have a boss, tell you what to do, when to go, when to come. And that never resonated with me. After FedEx back in 2005, I got into financial services and I learned about self employment, started working on that as a financial advisor, eventually developed a business to make up of 200 to $300,000, and my plan was to become an investor eventually, but I never got the chance because we never made basically accumulated enough to be a common investor. Average investor will spend or maybe invest about $1 million to have their money working for them. I've contacted a few companies here in Dubai and they told me if you have $1 million, we can help you retire right now. So what's unique about this opportunity? We don't need $1 million. We can build a business at our own pace and start basically with a minimal investor. This is by Robert Kiyosaki. Many of you have read this book. I've read it multiple times and I recommend it highly. It's called The Cash Flow Quadrant. The famous Robert Kiyosaki, the investor and real estate mogul in USA. That's him in the picture, and he says that digital currency and bitcoins are going to be upward of $250,000 the next year. And on the left side, you see the global network marketing size from 2024 that was 198 billion will grow by 2029 to 260 billion dollars in revenue. My question is, who would like to have, let's say, 1 million of these people use your platform to do all of this banking and currency that we're going to explain to you? That's a company that's given us the chance, and I'm representing it today. How I come across it, I sold some socks to this lovely couple in Montreal, and they said, listen, we have an opportunity that I wanted to share with you. I'm not going to pay you cash money or send you email money. I'm going to put in an account for you, and I call that account Aurum Camel Butt, because they put it um, in the let's say the account that I created, or he created for me, and I'll show you the results. So with that, let's have a look at the future of money and
February
banking.
2023. The world was still living by the old financial logic, but we pressed start. We wanted to create an ecosystem that would unite artificial intelligence and finance to make asset management simple, scalable, and secure. That's how Aurum was born. The starting point was EXA Bot, the first AI-powered trading solution, an algorithm that laid the foundation for an entire era. From that moment, we began expanding at the speed of light. We've built and are implementing a vision that includes trading AI bots, exchanges, neobank, crypto cards, and real-world asset tokenization, official registration in Hong Kong, and the first features in global media. The creation of Aurum Neobank, the launch of Zeus AI Bot, and the flash loan license surpassing $1 million in profits. The opening of our headquarters in Dubai, where hundreds of industry leaders gathered. The world started to talk about us. We were featured by Binance, Benzinga, Crypto Reporter, and Blockchain Wire. Forbes called us the new infrastructure of global finance, but this is no time to pause. We're gaining momentum. We launched Aurum Academy, strengthen our team, and appoint Brian Benson, a professional with 27 years of experience, as our CEO. Global events in Vietnam, Dubai, and Antalya, thousands of cards sold, and the launch of the AI agent ecosystem. Today, we stand on the stage of Token 2049 ceremony, alongside the leaders of Binance, Tether, KuCoin, and Tron. And this moment once again proves Aurum is a global ecosystem of worldwide scale. But the most important part, this is only the beginning. The next decade will be one of expansion. In 2025 to 2026, we bring Aurum Neobank to the mass market. Hundreds of thousands of users, millions of transactions. The launch of Aurum Exchange, which reaches $5 billion in trading volume within its first year. AI bots manage over $100 billion in assets. The first 5,000 cash in and withdrawal terminals a year. Aurum establishes its presence in 10 countries and secures its position in the global market. In 2027 to 2028, we raise the bar. Neobank reaches 2 million users and 1.5 million cards. During this period, Aurum Dex, a next-generation decentralized exchange, launches. Personalized AI-based services emerge. Credit scoring and capital management. The first RWA deals worth $500 million are integrated. The terminal network expands to 20,000 points across 20 countries. By 2029, Neobank evolves into a super app. Flight bookings, taxis, car rentals, food delivery, while transactions exceed $20 billion. Aurum Dex cements its position within the ecosystem with $5 billion in trading volume, becoming a key element of Aurum's DeFi direction. AI agents operate for hundreds of thousands of businesses, and RWA grows to $5 billion. Aurum becomes an ecosystem that accompanies users every day. In 2030 to 2033, we reach global scale. Neobank's user base hits 12 million and over 10 million cards. Inside the super app, 15 to 20 integrated services and partnerships with 500 global brands. Aurum Exchange reaches $90 billion in trading volume and enters the top 10 global crypto exchanges. The terminal network expands to 100,000 plus locations across 50 plus countries. The annual Aurum Global Summit gathers 5,000 leaders. By 2033 to 2035, Aurum Neobank enters the top 5 global neobanks with a valuation of $10 billion plus. Aurum Exchange remains in the top 10, while Aurum Dex surpasses $20 billion in trading volume. AI manages over $5 billion in assets, and RWA exceeds $20 billion. We are present in 75 countries, with 1,000 global partners and over 100,000 terminals. The Aurum Global Summit brings together 10,000 industry leaders. Aurum becomes the symbol of a new financial era, a system that made finance accessible to everyone, a story that has already transformed the industry, and a future that already belongs to us.
Again, as we mentioned, the global marketing report says that this industry will go from 260 or 190 to 260 billion. And what's our primary job is really to find customers, and we are customer gatherers. The companies looking to go public, they're wanting to have 2 million customers by 2027, and that is why we do these presentations. I'm not a financial advisor, I'm a user. Every investment carries a risk. Even going to job carries a risk, and the risk here is really the time you put to learn and do your own research. So let me tell you my research. Who's behind Aurum New Bank? As you saw, this is Brian Benson. You should go on Google and Google his name with a Y, Brian Benson. He is the Chief Executive Officer of Aurum Foundation, former Binance startup fintech that took the company to a unicorn status, made millions and millions for other rich people. And he decided that, you know what, at this point, I don't want just to make the rich people richer. I want to give the average person like Arif, like Corinna, a chance to become financially independent, but I do my own due diligence. So here's me and my camel partners went to Dubai to meet this gentleman who is the marketing director, and interviewed him about the future and about the past, about who they are. You should do your own due diligence, do your own research. This is not available online anywhere. You cannot Google it, because anybody in China, India, Pakistan can put a website together. Due diligence is really going to sources like Forbes. Forbes is a magazine that ranks top things in the world, like richest people in the world, top, let's say, any new industries. And they said that this is the new infrastructure for global finance. So we're available globally. We have developed teams in Asia, Middle East, Europe, and in Canada and US, of course. And these are the places you should do research, in books, in magazines that are reputable and know exactly what they're talking about. So here's Brian himself.
So if we can do that, then that will be $1 billion business. That will be a unicorn, and we'll be very excited if we can accomplish that, and we're well on our way to that.
So here's Brian saying that he wants to build 1,000 millionaires by 2030. And those of us who get into this opportunity in time right now, before the year's over, will have the advantage and be on track to do that. Actually, every person that watches this at 3 o'clock of every day, Monday to Thursday, we have this next young man who gives presentation just like this one. You can plug in on daily basis, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday training by this young man here. Oh, let me go back to my...
Focus on getting this thing to a unicorn status. And what I like to say is we want to create 1,000 billionaires. And so if we can do that, then that will be $1 billion business. That will be a unicorn, and we'll be very excited if we can accomplish that, and we're well on our way to that. So that's anyone from Binance has created more than 1,000 million already. Lots of those early adopters in Binance are multi-millionaires now.
Here's a Hugh Paul of Ireland, who started about 7 months ago, and so far in this system has made $700,000. Now, this is unheard of anywhere in any financial industry or any banking, but the commitment is that he does a lot of presentation, and specifically for Canada, US, or Western, the latest one is at 3 p.m. local time. Make sure that you get a link from the person who sends you this video and plug into next session, which happens to be Thursday, 3 p.m. Again, on Sundays, there's development and training, but let's talk about the products. The product they talk about is EXI. It's a robot that does spot trading. In a minute, it can make maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 trades, and it does 10,000 calculations or decisions in a split second. So this is not left just to robots, but there's humans that also monitor this. And if there's turmoil, there's wars, there's Donald Trump wants to say something, they may just turn it off and not go to the market. Since the beginning of 2023, it has never lost any money. Now, is that the guarantee that's going to happen in the future? I am not sure. You just have to use your own logic, your own algorithm, and your own mind to decide that the past is not a guarantee of the future, but the trend has already been set. Here's our friend Hadi Mahochi that uses this card in Montreal, the soft card, if you will. This card is available, and I have one in my hand that I'm going to share with you. You can use this to make any purchases anywhere around the world, and I'm looking forward to taking my card to China next week and using it there and recording a video just like this to show that this card works anywhere, and you can use the profits, if you will. The future of this company is very bright because the people behind it are absolutely genius and brilliant. There will be POS, there will be automated ATMs, and of course the app is being developed. As I heard last night, there will be a total app just like we use on Facebook or any other app, secured, and all of your services will be available on the app. How does one enter? By registering an account, and since the beginning of this platform, this robot has produced 17.5% per month, which is unheard of anywhere in the financial industry. As an ex-financial expert for 10 years, I never seen any 17.5%. And I also presented this to some geniuses, smart people like my cousin in England, which does day trading. And they took a look and said, that's impossible. And therefore they withdraw because they do not understand there's the robots that do the decisions. And anybody, as I mentioned, does not need $1 million. You can start with $100 with a basic package and you get 10.5% return. Now that might be not a lot, but the company is also making 17.5% per month. So the difference goes to the company. So it's making a lot of profit, but a person can start with, let's say, $10,000 or $25,000 and right away get to 15, 16, and 17%. This is an example of an account that was started since this company went public in May of 2025, and the money has doubled in less than 16 weeks, if you will. There are examples like this that are being shared on daily basis at 3 p.m. and I'm going to share with you my own example. Now, many people know something or a little bit about Bitcoin that's right now taking the world by storm. US government just approved and basically deregulated the Bitcoin, and if you will, fintech companies that were under attack, now they're all allowing it, and US is actually planning to wipe out all of their debts with Bitcoin and all of these online trades that's going on. And anybody who has debt in Canada, in US, this is a chance for you to pay attention, to learn this, because just like the US government, you actually could wipe out your mortgage, your debt with all of these products. And what are the products? New bank app is just coming up within the week or two before month of November. AXI, as I showed you, has produced 10 to 17%, and the profits are there to share. There are Aurum EXA bot, which is doing the trading with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all of those digital currencies, and you have access with this card to use your Bitcoin. Usually people don't know how to use it. They buy it and hope that it goes up, and they sell and somehow transfer it into some paper or fiat money. Here you can put it on this card and use it right away. How do you get started? You get started by getting an invite link. The person who shared this with you, this video with you, could send you a link. You will register easily, and just like a gym membership or any membership, $19.95 is the yearly annual basically fee for using this bank services. We get charged $2-3 every time we withdraw our bank from TD, Scotia, CIBC, if it's not their machine. Here you pay one-time fee anywhere you use in the world, and the fees are nothing compared to the regular banks. How you register is like this. You get a link and you start to, with name,
select your country. Be sure to check the terms of use checkbox. Almost there. Press the sign up button. Now, check your inbox. You should get a message from Aurum with the code needed for email verification. Enter the code, press the confirm button, and congratulations. Your account has been successfully created.
as easy as that. You can register an account, and the good news, bad news is, the good news is every single person that has activated their bot is making money every single day. The bad news is, unless you try it, you wouldn't know it. And depending on how much you put in the the robot, if you will, that's the percentage that you will get. If you start with $100, of course, it's going to give you the smaller percentages. If you start with $1,000, it's going to be different, and so on and so forth. The biggest event of this company is happening in January 16 to 19, as the company is being launched globally and going public. Since the beginning of 2023, that this company has been in operation, that was only available to millionaires, just like any other company. But this year they opened up doors to the public, to people like us. It's produced 17.47% on monthly basis, which anywhere, even gold, real estate, does not perform like this. And examples of this are available at 3 p.m. Now, what's the opportunity with team training? Here I go to tell you a little bit about you introducing this concept to 3 people like I have done. In November this month, 3 people with yourself join the company. Next month, each of them introduced to 3 people will go to 9, 27, so on and so forth. This is not an MLM. This is a business model that grows on referral, and it's a by invite only. You have to invite people into the equation. Nobody can go online and try to register or open an account with Aurum. That's the great opportunity. And we here teach everyone how to replace their income in 90 days, as I have done, and I will take you live to my account right after this. Everyone that gets started, opens an account, is called a Nova. Nova means new. The person can start with $100 and then go to Voyager, Vanguard. Those of you who don't understand these numbers should send us messages, should join the calls, should repeat and keep on learning until you get it. It's very, very simple for us, because we have done training in the financial services previously. But if you have no training, I encourage you to watch the video a few times and learn how the system works. Everybody starts in the same point. Everybody has the same opportunity. Depending on your skill, your ability, you can promote yourself through the system, going from 3% to 5 to 7 to 9, 10 and a half, 12, 13. As you can see, it's endless. That's why it's called Infinity Aurum New Bank. It's infinite, and the goal of Brian Benson was to make 1,000 millionaires. How is that going to happen? Should anyone like to make it to the level of Dominion, that means that they will get 17.5% of all the trade that happens in their network, and also they get a immediate bonus of $500,000. And I'll show you smaller examples of this. So if you got this bonus plus all of the payment, you add it up. That is my goal. By 2026, I'm working on becoming a Dominion in this area of my business, and I'm helping as many people as possible, whatever it takes, to educate them, to teach them to become financially independent. We provide you with all the systems, tools, networks, and mentorship to make sure that you lift that $1 million dream and make it your own. Also, presentation skills will be taught, communication skills, active listening, time management, problem solving. As I mentioned, we look at life as a whole, as a circle, and all of these are included in that. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and here I go again. Corinna, that was the quicker version of what HuPaul does, but let me take you online into my account for some additional training on how to top up your account, what happened to my story. Here we go to Aurum New Bank iGo dashboard. So everybody that opens an account will get something just like this opened up. The balance here will say it's 0. Why? Because if you go to here, financial proposal, and you go to EXI bot, here's your money working for you. Right now, I started this particular account back in August of 2025, right here, with $130. I saw it grew to $500 or $464 exactly. Then I added another 2,500 in a total. I have put in this, but $2,500 of my own money, and now it's grown to $4,090 in less than 90 days. It's in, well, this is in deducting the $250 that I put on my Visa card, which is also, I'm going to show you. It's gone to $4,500 in 90 days. Now, if I go further to partner program, why is it good to get people in? Because last night I woke up and there's $89, or tonight, it's still night here where I am, $89. How would you like to wake up every night to see $50, $100, $200 coming into your account? This, when I spoke to you last, this $89 wasn't there. So I'm going to right now transfer this $80 into the robot. So you see, you could either put it on your card, spend it, which I have right now about $300 from the same account put on here, or you can add it to your robot so you can get to the higher level. So let me show you how you do that. I go here, the $89 is standing here. I say a transfer, and I go to a transfer mode. It says what funds you want to transfer, and I will put $89.64. Confirm transfer. It says go to dashboard. This is absolutely dummy proof. The money should show up here momentarily. It's here now. It went from the partner program to the main balance, and I'll say now top up my account. And as the training goes, we use USDT, we use a Polygon network, and we say confirm and continue, and it gives us a code that's good for 3 days. Again, all of this will be available on a app. So I go back here that I've done this. Now I go back here to my EXI bot, and as you can see right now it's $4,099, but I'm going to the bottom of my screen. I am going to where I open the account, and I'm going to say top up. Here's what I top up. Now my money is already in the main dashboard, so I say $89.67, and I say confirm top up. It should show up on the robot instantly. $4,189. It went from the partner program to the main dashboard, and from the main dashboard, this should zero up right now. Yes, zeroed up. I took it and I put it in my robot, and now I have $4,189. You also get notifications, Corinna, if you go ahead and connect this with your Telegram. All of you who have Telegram should connect it. We will go to settings, and we will go to security and notifications, if you will. Notifications. There will be a button here that says connect. Because mine is connected, it's not showing, but you should connect your basically account to the Telegram updates, where daily basis, anything that happened, I get a bing, says somebody just made $100 or whatever happened, and it shows on your phone the activities of your team. So every time somebody new signs up, I call them and I say welcome to the team, and it gives me all of the information and gives me an update who has signed up. So whether they sign up in Mongolia, they sign up in Europe or anywhere, because in my network I have introduced them. Again, we're all trying to create this network. We get the notification says so and so signed up. You can call them for a welcome, tell them they need any help. The other aspect I wanted to talk to you is securing the network through two-factor authentication. which means on Google authentication, you will have an app. Every time you want to go and change anything, they will send you a specific code. Or if some hacker tries to get into your account, they won't be able to because it's secured through two-factor authentication, which means anytime you want to sign up with any platform that is highly secure, usually they send you a code through your email, and you put that code and you get inside. So this is really important to do this for all of you who want to secure your accounts with two-factor authenticator, so it's protected from all of the predators out in the universe that are looking to find an easy way to make money. This is taking some training, this is taking some, but here are the records. Again, if I go on the bars of last month, about 18%. This month, 17 and or October, September was 17.4%. Here is August, that was 18%. And this month is still ongoing. So the robot is learning every time, every day that goes, does a training, it learns from the past. Every time news comes up, it does learn, and next day it goes and apply. And all of the profits could be withdrawn. Whether you have a Bitcoin, you have a crypto, or you just have your own account money, you could put it on this and spend it anywhere. There's only 1,000 of these were printed, and I was lucky to get one. Right now, the company's in expansion mode all over the world, and they are switching providers and printing thousands of these cards to be able to send it to anyone that qualifies. To qualify to this, one need to have at least $3,000 on the robot and have 3 people in their network. Does that make sense? And that's a question that just as easy as yes. And what makes sense is makes money, just like sense. If it makes sense, it makes dollars. That's our presentation for today. Those of you who want to learn more should get a code from the person who sends you this video and register as I showed. And if you need a one-on-one session with myself, I'm available because we're growing this network globally, and I'm committed to helping as many people to get to that $1 million status as possible. So thank you for your time, Corinna. I'm going to stop this recording.